my independent research mostly focuses on food insecurity, and when I went to South Africa first, I wanted to research food gardens and community gardens as a solution to food insecurity, and then once I got there I realized that they really weren't a solution to food insecurity yet, although they did help alleviate food insecurity in some ways. But what they really served as was a space for dialogue and an opportunity for people to interact with their environment of all ages, and mostly children. And so what food insecurity means is it's different than food scarcity in the fact that there might be food, but it's not accessible or usable or available. So although there's food in North Philadelphia, it's kind of what I call apocalypse food a lot of the times. There's very few grocery stores north of Cecil B. Moore. And so besides that, at corner stores what you can find is maybe a potato, maybe a rotten banana if you're lucky, lots of canned vegetables, and then also lots of like chips, processed foods, fried foods, and just kind of like high calorie, low nutrient foods that we see in a lot of food deserts in America. And so Philadelphia is structured way differently because it's a post-industrial city. So we have a lot of vacant land in as well as on the peripheral of our city that we can use to develop for urban agriculture. Just little actions you can do. Just try to buy local, and I know that it sounds kind of like a greenwashing buzzword at this point, but they're actually really, urban farms are really cheap and also have sometimes a sliding scale, so it fits into the student budget pretty well.
Sure, this is the West Philadelphia Fresh Food Hub. It's been here for about 2 years. Well, this will be our second year. It started off as a nonprofit on Preston Street, not too far away from here, and they wanted to do something on a larger scale to make sure that food was accessible to people in the neighborhood. People really like our prices. I mean, there are people that are very passionate about the organics and the non-organics, but then you have people who are more excited about the access to cheap food. Because, you know, West Philly's a tough area to, you know, you got Fresh Grocer at 40th Street and Trader Joe's at 22nd. That's a huge gap with, you know, not really many in-between places to get food that's, you know, quality or accessible to everyone that lives in the neighborhood.
Today I'm in the Philadelphia, the Spring Gardens, and the Spring Gardens section, and this is a community garden, and we have 189 gardeners in here, and today is a work day, which is part of everyone's responsibility to give 10 hours of community service to the garden per year for your membership. The Spring Gardens is involved in the City Harvest, and what the City Harvest is a program that's run by the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society, and it teams up the Philadelphia prison systems with the community gardens with food cupboards. So the Spring Gardens is one of the gardens, and we get seedlings from the prisons in Philadelphia. We grow the crops to harvest, and we meet every Tuesday night to harvest vegetables and to bring it to our food cupboard, and our food cupboard is at 10th and Wallace.
I wait till the end of the season and I will select a nice doe and I'll make a good clean kill on her, and she'll be the one that goes in the freezer. Usually a nice deer, 180-pound deer will give you about 60 pounds of meat. There's lots of meat on a rib cage. A lot of people don't even bother with it. I've always been taught that you harvest that animal to feed your family. You should use every piece of meat in that animal you can get off.